A project interview often determines whether a candidate has the right combination of leadership, planning, problem-solving, and communication skills to drive a project from initiation to completion. Whether the position involves managing construction, software, marketing, or any kind of project, the core objective remains the same: delivering results on time, within budget, and with high quality. Interviewers use these sessions not only to assess your technical knowledge of project management tools and methodologies but also to understand your thought process, teamwork style, and ability to handle real-world challenges under pressure. In this guide, we'll explore some of the most common project interview questions, provide detailed example answers, and share practical tips to help you approach each question with clarity and confidence. By understanding what interviewers look for, you can present yourself as a proactive professional capable of leading teams, solving problems, and executing projects successfully from start to finish. Understanding the role of a project professional. Whether you're applying for the position of a project manager, project coordinator, or project engineer, the role revolves around one central goal: successful project delivery. That means you'll be responsible for defining project objectives, managing resources, monitoring progress, and ensuring all stakeholders are aligned. You'll also have to anticipate risks, maintain communication between departments, and ensure adherence to timelines and budgets. Employers seek candidates who combine strategic thinking with operational control. They want someone who can transform ideas into actionable plans, coordinate multiple teams, and lead people with confidence. Understanding project life cycles, resource allocation, quality control, and risk management is essential. Preparing for the interview involves not only showcasing your technical competence but also your ability to stay calm, adaptable, and solution-oriented when challenges arise. Question 1. Can you describe your experience managing projects from start to finish? Here's how you can answer. I've managed several projects from initiation through closure, starting with defining scope and objectives, preparing timelines, and assigning resources. I maintain close communication with stakeholders to ensure clarity and transparency throughout. I monitor progress using project management tools, identify risks early, and make necessary adjustments to keep everything on track. Once the project concludes, I conduct reviews to identify lessons learned and ensure continuous improvement for future projects. Tip: focus on structure and clarity. Show that you understand every phase of the project lifecycle. Question 2. How do you prioritize tasks when managing multiple projects or tight deadlines? Here's how you can answer. I use a combination of planning tools and prioritization techniques like the Eisenhower matrix to separate urgent tasks from important ones. I evaluate which activities have the highest impact on deadlines or deliverables and allocate time accordingly. I also communicate proactively with stakeholders to realign priorities if project goals shift. Clear organization, time management, and team coordination are key to keeping multiple projects running efficiently. Tip: demonstrate that you can manage pressure without losing focus or organization. Question 3. What project management methodologies are you most familiar with? Here's how you can answer. I have experience working with both traditional and agile methodologies. For structured, timeline-driven projects, I often use the waterfall approach. For dynamic or iterative work, especially in IT or creative projects, I apply Agile or Scrum frameworks to encourage flexibility and quick feedback. I adapt my method based on the project's nature, size, and team structure. Tip: mention specific methods and show adaptability depending on project requirements. Question 4. How do you handle project risks or unexpected issues? Here's how you can answer. I always start by identifying potential risks during the planning stage and maintaining a risk register throughout the project. When an issue arises, I assess its impact, prioritize it, and develop an action plan immediately. I communicate openly with stakeholders so there are no surprises and ensure backup plans are ready for high-risk areas. Proactive risk management is key to minimizing disruptions. Tip: highlight foresight, communication, and structured problem-solving. Question 5. How do you ensure your team stays motivated during long or challenging projects? Here's how you can answer. Motivation comes from clear communication, recognition, and trust. I keep the team updated on progress so everyone sees the bigger picture. I recognize individual contributions and celebrate milestones, no matter how small. I also encourage feedback, address challenges collaboratively, and maintain a positive environment. When people feel valued and included, their motivation naturally stays high. Tip: show leadership qualities that inspire teamwork and morale. Question 6. How do you handle conflicts within your project team? Here's how you can answer. When conflicts arise, I address them quickly and constructively. I talk to the individuals involved privately, listen to both perspectives, and identify the root cause. My goal is to find a balanced solution that aligns with project objectives while maintaining a healthy work atmosphere. Communication and respect are key to preventing conflicts from affecting project outcomes. Tip: demonstrate fairness, empathy, and strong interpersonal skills. Question 7. What tools or software do you use for project management? Here's how you can answer. I use tools like Microsoft Project and Asana for planning and task tracking, Trello for visual workflows, and Jira for agile management. For communication and file sharing, I rely on Slack and Google Workspace. I believe in choosing tools that match the team's workflow and enhance collaboration rather than complicating it. Tip: mention specific tools confidently and show how they improve productivity. Question 8. How do you manage stakeholder expectations? Here's how you can answer. I start by clearly defining project goals, deliverables, and timelines during the initiation phase. Throughout the project, I maintain transparent communication, regular updates, progress reports, and review meetings. If challenges arise, I inform stakeholders immediately, explain the impact, and propose realistic alternatives. Managing expectations is about honesty, consistency, and proactive communication. Tip: emphasize reliability and professionalism in dealing with stakeholders. Question 9. Can you describe a project that didn't go as planned? What did you learn? Here's how you can answer. In one project, we experienced delays due to supplier issues that were beyond our control. Initially, it caused a ripple effect on other tasks. I learned the importance of having backup suppliers and a stronger contingency plan. Since then, I've implemented risk assessments that include external dependency reviews. That experience helped me become more proactive in anticipating potential disruptions. Tip: use a real example, take responsibility, and show growth from the experience. Question 10. How do you ensure quality control throughout a project? Here's how you can answer. I integrate quality checks into every stage of the project rather than treating it as an afterthought. I set measurable standards at the beginning, conduct regular audits, and involve the team in peer reviews. I also encourage open feedback to catch issues early. Maintaining quality requires attention to detail, documentation, and collaboration among all team members. Tip: show that you see quality as a continuous process, not a final step. Question 11. How do you manage changes in project scope or requirements? Here's how you can answer. Scope changes are common, so I follow a structured change control process. When a new request comes in, I assess its impact on time, cost, and resources before making any adjustments. I discuss it with stakeholders and get formal approval before implementing it. This ensures accountability and avoids confusion later on. Tip: display discipline, transparency, and control when handling changes. Question 12. How do you measure project success? Here's how you can answer. Success is measured by meeting the project's key objectives, delivering on time, within budget, and to the required quality standards. But I also consider stakeholder satisfaction, team performance, and post-project outcomes like ROI or user adoption. A truly successful project adds value to the organization and leaves lessons for continuous improvement. Tip: show a balanced perspective that combines tangible and intangible success factors. Question 13. How do you stay organized and manage your time effectively? Here's how you can answer. I rely on structured planning, clear documentation, and digital tools to stay organized. I start each day by reviewing priorities and adjusting tasks based on progress or changes. I also allocate time for follow-ups and team check-ins. Good organization helps prevent last-minute surprises and keeps the project moving smoothly. Tip: reflect your discipline, planning habits, and adaptability. Question 14. Why should we hire you to manage our projects? Here's how you can answer. You should hire me because I bring a mix of strategic planning, leadership, and problem-solving experience. I have successfully managed diverse projects, keeping them aligned with business goals while ensuring strong teamwork and communication. I'm proactive, organized, and passionate about delivering results that exceed expectations. My focus is always on achieving efficiency, quality, and stakeholder satisfaction. Tip: present yourself as a well-rounded professional who brings both skill and dedication. Final thoughts. Project interviews are about more than just technical expertise. They test your leadership, communication, and ability to think critically under pressure. The interviewer wants to know how you balance structure and flexibility, how you motivate people, and how you handle uncertainty when projects take unexpected turns. Before your interview, review the project management methodologies you've used, prepare examples of both successful and challenging projects, and refresh your understanding of key tools. Be ready to discuss how you manage teams, allocate resources, and maintain alignment between project goals and organizational strategy. In essence, a strong project professional is not only a planner but a leader, someone who can bring order to complexity, communicate across all levels, and deliver measurable results. If you present yourself as a confident, strategic, and collaborative problem solver, you'll show employers that you have what it takes to lead their projects to successful completion and long-term impact.